What can I say about Ocarina of Time? Well, it certainly is one of the most recognized games, if not the most recognized game. Some praise it as the best game of all time. Is that true? No, short and simple. However, does that mean the game is bad? Of course not. The game brings in many interesting mechanics that are done fairly well. For example, the time traveling is really unique and adds a new dynamic. So welcome to Quick Time Event.
QTE title. One game, 100 yen. Yen.
A gaming review show where I explain a game's premise if I think you should play it or not. Let's get started. I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother knows how Ocarina of Time starts, but for the uninformed, which I assume that's like 2 of you at this point, our story starts with a young Kokiri boy without a fairy. Looking back, it was probably better he didn't have a fairy in the first place, because there's only so many times you could hear, "Hey, listen," before you want to go insane. This game takes an arc storyline pretty well. For the child portion, you have to collect 3 gems in order to access the Temple of Time. This is the easy mode of the game. If you're new to Zelda and need a good way to learn the basics, this is pretty much your training mode. After you collect the 3 gems, you are able to travel forward in time, in what may be the most epic moment in game history. This starts the real game. Consider everything you went through as training up to this point. The game is pretty much the same mechanically since you're an adult and everything, but you can use different items, like instead of the slingshot you can use the bow and arrow and so on. As much as I like that they kept it simple, I wish they added a bit more to the time traveling mechanic. The only difference between the 2 links is the few different items that you can use, and even then some of them are just skins. Although I can't think of anything right now that would make the game unique and set it apart. The idea of the mechanic itself is pretty good in its own right though. I haven't seen time travel pulled off so seamlessly in any form of media up to this point. If you want to hear gameplay, it's pretty much the same as any other Zelda. It's 3D Zelda, and it's done so well. Mario 64 and Sonic both have their fair share of issues jumping into 3D, but Zelda makes it sound like an easy feat. So the big question of the show here today, should you play it? Of course, it's Ocarina of Time. Even if the game was bad, I'd say you should still play it just to see what all the fuss is about. And plus it's been released to every platform under the sun, so it shouldn't be a big problem getting your hands on it. If you haven't played it by this point, it should be the top of your to-play list.